Hi everybody, Courtney here, and it's been a while since I've been on. I've been having some technical difficulties. I'm still have not figured those out, but I really wanted to shoot this video because it's been on my mind a lot lately. And I wanted to talk about retiring in stages, and I have been really on a kick of thinking about retiring, and a lot of people kind of laugh at me. It's not normal in our culture for someone who's 48 to be talking about retiring, but I'm very much into the financial independence, retire early movement, and I have been for quite a while. I've recently been listening to the Choose FI podcast, and it has really kind of opened my eyes to some things I could do and the trajectory of that. And so I just want to talk a little bit about what I have done and how I am doing it. First of all, for me, retirement does not mean that I won't work. I just want to not have to work. I actually do plan on working till I'm 59 and a half to 65, maybe even 67, but I want to be able to choose not to work. And so what I am doing, and when I sat down and I started thinking about what would my life look like once I did retire, I started to realize that I already do a lot of the things that I would do when I retire. And the truth is, I have scaled back over a course of a couple years to working less and less. So I want to tell you what I did. My husband and I got married in, January of 2018. And we moved into our house right before that. And in that month, I gave up teaching night classes. For a long time, I had been a single mom, and I had been working weekdays, nights, and every other weekend, a couple of nights a week. So I tried really hard to only work like when my kids had activities at night or weekends, but the truth was I had no choice. I had to work. So in 2017, I got all of my bills paid except for one debt, a car debt, and my mortgage, and I gave up teaching nights. And I was very worried because that little gig that I had was about $350 a month for one night a week for 1 hour, and plus drive time. But it was a lot for me to go after work at my normal day job and then go teach that class. The savings, I didn't feel it at all. Never affected me. The next thing I did was I planned to close part of my business, which at that point I was working around 48 to 54 hours a week when I had my business. I made a plan. When I sold my house in town, I paid off my car. I saved a certain amount of money. I had a goal to save a certain amount of money. That goal was $60,000. And I saved up that money by living on about a third of my income and from the sale of my house. And I saved that up and quit working weekends in May of 2019 this year. So I have been slowly cutting back. I haven't felt super rested because my son has moved home temporarily and there's some issues there, but it has, I definitely started to realize I have more time than I think I have, and I just need to be more organized with my time. My next plan is my husband is 61 and he will be retiring in 3 years and 9 months. And so my next plan is to go to 3 to 4 days a week when he retires. In the meantime, the extra money I'm making by working those extra days, I am trying to save and fully fund our IRAs. So by the time my husband is 65 and can retire, I will be 53. And if we are where I want us to be, and I'll tell you the rest of that plan in a minute, then I will probably cut back to 3 to 4 days a week. The other thing is we are trying to build 2 to 3 cabins on our property and pay our mortgage off. So we've been throwing everything at paying our mortgage off, except I am going to fully fund our IRAs this year and pay our mortgage off. Over the next couple of years, I want to build a couple of cabins, and with the mortgage paid off and what the cabins will bring in, that should equal my income. So that should completely replace my income. However, I'm not really comfortable not working. I just have a fear of something happening and me not having a job. And I actually really love my job. I'm just tired of working 5 days a week. I want some more time with my husband when he retires. So our plan is to sock away as much as we can in the 401k, I mean the IRA right now, to pay the mortgage off early, to build a couple of rental properties, and then when that all of that happens, I'll cut back to 3 days a week, and we will then start at 401k. And so I can add up to $19,000 a year, I think maybe 20 or 19.5 after I turn 50, and I'll fully fund that. Because my husband will be technically retired, I don't know if we will fully fund one for him or not, but we may, just if it helps us with taxes, and it's a good place to save the money because he will not be penalized for taking it out. So that's my plan. Right now, we make a low six-figure income, which that has been a recent phenomena for us. Or not, we've worked really hard to do that, actually. But for a long time, we were making around 50,000 combined a year, and we've worked really hard. We worked 3 jobs to get that up there. So that's what we're doing. I'm trying everything I can constantly to cut cost. My husband tonight went camping, and he was going to go to the store and buy bottled water and food and all that. I said, no, just come home. I'll figure it. I made up tuna salad. I had some chicken. I made up some chicken salad. I had some broccoli. I made a broccoli salad. I packed some fruit, some bread. I had absolutely everything. I took empty bottles that I had and filled them up with tea and lemonade and water, and he did not have to buy anything. Nothing. He needed nothing to go camping. I don't think he has to stop and buy anything but a bag of ice. And normally when we go camping, it ends up costing a couple of $100, up to $400. So we're really trying to be conscientious to cut back so that we can pay this mortgage off and save, so that we can enjoy our retirement years. And I want to be able to fully retire and know that I could at 54 or 53. But my intention is to have the choice to completely retire by 59 and a half. All right, I hope that's helpful to someone else out there. Thank you so much for being here and listening. Bye-bye.